Every once in a while, we come across stories so bizarre, so mind-bending, that they make us question the boundaries of reality itself. From men with seemingly superhuman abilities to those who've lived through circumstances no fiction writer could dream up, these are individuals who prove that truth really is stranger than fiction. In today's video, we're exploring 5 men you won't believe actually exist. Real people whose lives, bodies, and behaviors are so extraordinary they seem almost impossible. Some possess physical traits that defy biology. Others have survived through sheer willpower and unimaginable isolation. Each one of them has a story that will leave you stunned and maybe even inspired. Let's count them down. Number 5. Jyoti Raju, the Monkey King. Jyoti Raju, an Indian man from Chitradurga, Karnataka, has earned the nickname the Monkey King for a reason that's both jaw-dropping and entirely self-taught. He can climb vertical walls, cliffs, and fortresses using only his hands and feet, mimicking the movements of a monkey with such precision and agility that it leaves onlookers speechless. He discovered this unique ability after watching monkeys leap and swing through trees during a time of deep personal despair. Suicidal and broken, he climbed the tall cliffs of the Chitradurga fort, intending to end his life. But instead, something clicked. He found peace, purpose, and an uncanny connection with the climbing animals he had long observed. From that moment on, he dedicated himself to mastering their movements. What's truly astonishing is that Jyoti had no formal training in climbing or gymnastics. He began practicing for hours each day, mimicking the motions of monkeys, leaping from ledges, flipping mid-air, and even hanging upside down using only his toes. His climbing style is a blend of parkour, martial arts, and primal instinct, but he attributes it all to nature. Performing in front of crowds and often scaling historical forts without any ropes or safety equipment, Jyoti has become a local legend in India and has even performed on national television. In addition to his shows, he now trains young climbers and spreads awareness about fitness, mental health, and the natural harmony between humans and animals. His gravity-defying performances have earned comparisons to Spider-Man, and his story, from suicidal despair to national icon, is proof that inspiration can come from the most unexpected places. Number 4. Michel Lotito, the man who ate everything. Michel Lotito, a French entertainer born in 1950 in Grenoble, baffled the world with an eating ability that should have been biologically impossible. Nicknamed Monsieur Mange-Tout, Mr. Eat-All, Lotito could consume metal, rubber, glass, and other non-food items in large quantities without any apparent harm. He began eating odd materials at the age of 9, and by the 1960s, he turned this strange habit into a performance career. Lotito's most famous act: eating an entire Cessna 150 airplane. Over the course of 2 years, between 1978 and 1980, he broke the plane into tiny pieces and methodically ate them: seats, tires, metal body panels, propeller, and all. His body was as extraordinary as his appetite. Doctors discovered that Michel had a medical condition known as pica, a rare disorder characterized by the craving to eat non-nutritive substances. However, pica alone didn't explain how he survived it. His digestive tract was twice as thick as that of a normal person, allowing him to pass dangerous materials that would perforate anyone else's stomach lining. He would lubricate each bite with mineral oil and wash it down with copious amounts of water. In total, Michel is estimated to have eaten over 9 tons of metal in his lifetime, including bicycles, shopping carts, TVs, beds, and chandeliers. He even admitted that bananas and hard-boiled eggs caused him more discomfort than eating glass. Lotito died in 2007 of natural causes, leaving behind one of the most bizarre legacies in modern human history, a man who quite literally ate the impossible. Number 3. Wim Hof, the Iceman. Wim Hof, born in the Netherlands in 1959, is known around the world as the Iceman for his unbelievable ability to withstand extreme cold that would kill the average person. Hof has completed a half-marathon barefoot above the Arctic Circle, climbed Mount Kilimanjaro wearing only shorts, and sat in a container full of ice cubes for nearly 2 hours, a feat that earned him a Guinness World Record. Scientists were skeptical at first, but after extensive testing, it was confirmed. Wim Hof can consciously control his autonomic nervous system and his body's core temperature. This defied decades of medical understanding, and suddenly Hof wasn't just an anomaly, he was a revolutionary. What sets Hof apart isn't just his resilience, but the technique he developed and teaches worldwide, the Wim Hof method, which combines deep breathing exercises, cold exposure, and meditation. He began exploring these methods after the tragic suicide of his wife, using cold therapy as a way to cope with grief. Over time, he found that this combination not only helped emotionally, but also gave him unprecedented physical control. Clinical studies have shown that Hof can suppress inflammatory markers, regulate stress hormones, and even resist bacterial infections using only breathwork and mindset. His feats have been featured in documentaries by Vice, BBC, and National Geographic, and he's helped thousands of people around the world tap into their own inner strength. Wim Hof isn't just defying science, he's rewriting it, one frozen step at a time. Number 2. Paul Karason, the Blue Man. Paul Karason became world famous as the man who turned blue, and no, it wasn't makeup, a camera trick, or a costume, it was real. Paul's striking blue-gray skin tone was the result of a condition called argyria, caused by long-term ingestion of colloidal silver, a liquid solution containing suspended silver particles. Paul began taking colloidal silver in the 1990s to treat a severe case of dermatitis on his face. Though he believed it helped with his skin condition, he continued to take it daily, eventually even rubbing it on his skin, which led to a permanent, irreversible discoloration. Paul's transformation was so visually shocking that he quickly became a viral sensation, appearing on shows like The Today Show, Oprah, and Inside Edition. While colloidal silver was once sold as a miracle cure for various ailments, Paul's case became a cautionary tale about unregulated supplements and pseudoscience. Despite his appearance, Paul insisted that he felt fine and never regretted his choice, although he admitted life became harder. He faced social isolation, was often ridiculed, and dealt with personal struggles including smoking addiction and heart issues. Paul passed away in 2013 from pneumonia and other health complications. His story is both bizarre and tragic, highlighting the unintended consequences of self-treatment. He'll forever be remembered as the man who literally turned blue and stayed that way. Number 1. Shoichi Yokoi, the man who didn't know World War II ended. Perhaps one of the most surreal tales in modern history belongs to Shoichi Yokoi, a Japanese soldier who continued hiding in the jungles of Guam for 28 years, completely unaware that World War II had ended. Stationed on the island during the war, Yokoi fled into the forest in 1944 when American forces retook Guam. Convinced that surrender would bring shame to his family and country, he dug himself a camouflaged underground shelter and survived in isolation. He scavenged for food, trapped small animals, made tools and clothing out of tree bark, and drank rainwater, all while evading capture. The war had ended in 1945, but Yokoi never received that news. It wasn't until 1972, when he was discovered by 2 local hunters, that the world learned of his unimaginable survival story. Upon returning to Japan, Yokoi became a national sensation and a symbol of unwavering loyalty and endurance. He was 47 years old when he emerged, having missed decades of technological, political, and social change. He had no idea what televisions were or how much Japan had transformed. His now famous quote upon his return was, "It is with much embarrassment that I have returned alive." Despite his lost years, Yokoi adjusted back to society, married, and later became a public speaker advocating for traditional values and personal discipline. His jungle hideout is now a historical site, and his handcrafted belongings, like bamboo tools and bark clothes, are preserved in museums. Shoichi Yokoi's story is one of survival, devotion, and the staggering power of belief. His life remains one of the most astonishing examples of human endurance ever recorded. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Until next time.